Hello, everybody. Here we are again. This is, it turns out, week 10 of the SpyParty Competitive League. Well, at least it's week 10 for Challenger. The rest of the circuit is more or less done. They have moved on to a sort of a championship round. There's two levels: the regular round for bronze through gold, and then platinum and diamond get their own round. And this is just I don't know if there's prizes or anything. This might just be for just for bragging rights.
This is for this, at least the Masters Championship is for the winner for FSCL.
Okay, yeah,
So
they're the winner.
winning diamond. So, for example, winning diamond, which is the highest division, does not automatically win you SCL.
Yes, that makes sense. So so they're gonna be the winner. So so technically the fourth place finish. So the Masters one is the top four of platinum and diamond are entered, and so technically the number four seed of platinum, the fourth place finisher, could be the winner of SCL if they play hard enough. And actually, we'll have, I think, Max and Snacks and Tabsy's AR third and fourth. Yep, or no,
correct. They are third
second and third.
Fourth.
Second and third. They're second and third, and then Nebula.
Oh, T-Flame is fourth.
And T-Flame is.
We already had T-Flame versus Nebula in the SCL Master Championship, and it was a decisive 12-1 win for Nebula.
Here's the bracket right here. And then the diamonds are just kind of laying in wait. They're kind of like the boss fights, I guess, for platinum.
But I think we can get into this a bit later. Because firstly we have the challengers matchup, and I'll talk quickly about that. So challengers don't have 3 rounds. So in each of the newer rounds, newer people can join in and play. So the 2 players who are going to cast have joined in this third week, Chibi and Jason Blade. They already played 1 match in this third round, so to say, and both of them lost. Actually, Chibi did lose 7-4 to Dodo. I was casted on the previous week and on this very channel as well, and it was relatively close. But Jason Blade has lost to X-Fox, and while the scoreline is 7-0, it was a full sweep. X-Fox in Challenger is looking, I don't want to say even head and shoulders above the rest, like 3 heads and shoulders above the rest. 85% sniper rate. You could say he's out of his league, but in a good way. At least by the way he's playing.
I noticed that. There's just. That's the challenge. The tricky thing with they're all technically new players, but like you get good. Just playing a little bit, you get good so fast that it can seem really lopsided. But these lower players, they're if they keep playing, they're gonna catch up pretty quickly. I imagine.
If that, let's get into the picks and bans, because I'm always interested what newer people because they're newer players to this competitive community. What did they decide to pick and ban? What venues do they want to play?
Well, apparently they want 5 of 8. They both picked. They doubled 5 of the 2 5 of 8 venues, and so we're gonna see a lot of those. And then apparently Jason Blade, not a fan of trees or balconies, but and then Chibi,
5 of 8. Yeah. Interesting. They're not a fan. I thought it would be newer players, maybe a fan of the smaller venues. I want to say less mission needed venues, like 3 where you need to do 3 missions. Because the first thing, and I guess this is some me projecting, but when I first started, I really didn't like any 4 of 8 or 5 of 8 venues just because I didn't have to manage my pacing. So it is very interesting that both of these players decided, no, we will do 5 of 8 missions. That's what we like. I'm very interested to see actually how they'll do that.
Yeah, and of course Chibi declined ban and restrict, which is an interesting strategy. Yeah, just as like we had the similar thing happen yesterday, and it just sort of gives you more picks more venues to choose from. It gives you puts more pressure on your opponent to.
Yeah, but I think with all of that said, I think we can get right into the game, shall we?
Yeah. You may have noticed we are one caster short here today. Tavoshi he's all the way in Canada here. It's just it's hard to get this far over here sometimes. So I think it's just gonna be wrestler today for now. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe Tavoshi will join us here. But anyhow, are you ready?
Oh, I am ready. It is Chibi on Papa Danger on Library in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Okay, 5 of 8. It's gonna be always interesting. We're gonna time that instantly. It's a white time that, but the sniper laser is looking at the end of the. But we stay at the time mat pad as well after. But it looks like Jason Blade is very concerned about the statues early on. 2 early statue goers looking for a potential swap. So I think even if you notice this time mat now, which is almost always not, you can't always be sure. But once you hear that beep, you possibly know. And at this point, just never mind. I get him to we got Purloin immediately. Something that Checker would approve of. There's a joke in this community, and we got a flirt resolvement. Purloin chain is still happening, 34%. It is still happening, nice. And this is a really tough thing for especially a newer sniper. As I see the sniper's laser were zooming into one of the statues. Purloin chain is still happening.
They are really worried about swaps, and they're not worried enough about anything else.
Here's the take. Alice is gonna take. Okay, now we notice the list is gone. Okay, we zoom in just to be sure. Yeah, then we see, okay, luckily it's the DA that takes from the empty tray, so it can't be them. What's the reaction? And here's the white transfer. So Chibi decides we don't need any soft tells this game. We're just gonna do all hard tells immediately. And here, 68%. Half of the transfer, Purloin done. Oh, here's the green test for the 100% flirt. Very fast paced. It seems that Purloin just. I presume that Jason Blade just assumes, okay, I have to play this a 4 of 7 because I just don't know who was in the Purloin chain. And I noticed it late, so might as well, in case I don't want to low light the spy or I'm not sure who it was, I'll just assume that Matt mission is dead and gone. As Chibi is not letting up the pace. Here's the bug. The sniper laser was focused on the left side of the venue, it seems. I think he's very worried about it. I was gonna say Alice, but instead General takes the bullets. Interesting. Is he thinking that that's a briefcase or something illegal? Because interesting. We just so the General takes a briefcase, gets a drink, and immediately puts it down. So maybe they're just thinking, okay, there's no way an AI would do that. But I guess that's just a bit of an experience of what party goers can do or not.
Yeah, it is interesting. Because I think maybe he didn't notice that the ambassador was reading for a brief moment at the window, so that's why the General didn't attempt to return. Maybe that's just a bit of information that they were missing. But either way, Chibi, kind of a madman playing here. It worked out.
I mean, I love it. More people should play like this.
Yes. Yeah. Platinum, Diamond, come on. Get with the program.
You can get better. As I say that as someone who's also in Platinum and needs to get better.
Yeah.
So jokes is on me as well.
Yeah, it's hard.
In any case, Jason Blade now is on the spy side this time, playing. Okay, which twin? It's Plane.
The Plane twin.
Yeah, played
I always look for the earring.
I look for the time clip. Interestingly enough.
Yeah.
But anyways, in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Bug.
Bug.
There
Here
you
it
go.
is. There's the bug.
Ooh.
And we get the highlight for it.
Yeah.
So you heard your pleas from the past, Kledos. But I think maybe it's not a hard highlight, but it is okay. You probably could have a bug here.
It was pretty visible on the sniper side, so.
True, we did like kind of wave at the sniper there.
Yeah.
But I like this restraint from Chibi. So just saying, okay, I think you could have a bug here, but there's no need to shoot that you could only have at maximum 1 mission completed.
Yes.
Sometimes that restraint, because sometimes initially if you could say, oh, I'm just gonna shoot, especially as like a newer player coming to the competitive scene, but I like this restraint. And Jason Blade, again, both of these players just pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
Difficult fingerprint, that is a green, we hit it while moving,
Nice.
That's genuinely impressive. I think that was a correct stop as, I thought we were gonna portal in here.
It might.
No. I thought we were gonna portal, and that'd have been a sick play. I would have loved to see it, but
oh man, going right to the statues
again. Yeah, again, we're going straight into.
Why not?
Yeah, just might as well.
Yeah.
Finish the Lost Sins Fest. We have the bug done, and so long as we don't do. Oh, we missed the bat slightly, but that was fully behind the pillar. I think that is completely fine.
Ooh, here we go. Getting another. Is there
we're gonna choose the briefcase. I will. Oh no, this is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, this is dead briefcase.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. You gotta give it back to him to put another fingerprint on it, anyhow. Uh-oh. How far is the ambassador gonna go?
This is a bit long to stay here.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna Jason's place saying I'm the ambassador now. So unfortunately here there's no a seduction target leaves. That's a bit unfortunate.
And I think we're in a spot where Toby can't offer to us, so Purloin is out.
Yeah, Purloin is out there. Now I was gonna say, DA just joins us, so there's a avenue for a mission there. And again, this early highlight, while it's most of the time it's bad, it's we don't take it. I don't think there's a print here still because Ambassador hasn't put down the.
Oh, how's the timing?
He just put it down. He just put it down.
That is impressive timing.
Yeah, that is impressive timing. He just put it down.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he's walking away with it. Is he gonna transfer this?
Minute 45 left. With how fast both of these players have been playing, I don't think this is going back to blue. I don't know. I just have a feeling this is not gonna go back into blue.
Yeah, we're just kind of walking through the conversation there. A little bit of a no-no, but that's okay. Sniper's on the other side of the venue.
Yeah, we're watching Ambassador. We're watching other stuff. Yeah, so I think we're gonna try to silent game on.
Yeah.
It would be a hard shot for a silent game.
Yeah, that is for sure. They do have a lot of.
But if Double Agent just leaves, but if Double Agent just comes to us here, but we leave the conversation as the Double Agent leaves. Are we gonna go transfer?
Yeah, we are. Yep. If you don't get shot for this,
is there any reaction? Yeah, is there any reaction? That's quite a fast putback, but again, this slight etiquette play that more experienced players know. It doesn't seem to bother Chibi as we have mission on cooldown. I think Chibi is waiting for that contact for a confirmation, but a silent game from Jason Blade brings the score right back up to 1.
Yeah, and it looked like Chibi was spending a lot of time looking at the ambassador, which is interesting considering he highlighted the spy for a suspected bug early on, so they must have not been that strongly suspicious of it.
And I actually like the silent game here, since I think especially a lot of less experienced players tend to wait for contact as some sort of confirmation.
That's like
at least, okay,
a
spy is in the conversation circle somewhere, at least for that.
Yeah.
And you always feel like you have, especially a 5 of 8, it is quite rare to happen for a silent game. And Jason Blade decides that's the best avenue of winning. And this time the gamble paid off. It's back to even.
Yep. All right. Yeah, it is 1-1. We got Irish here.
Yeah, it is Irish. Chibi on the spy side in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
All right. Yep. There.
Oh, I was gonna say, are we gonna try to bug the ambassador as well? But this time, no cigar. Nope. Oh, this seems like a bug angle. Oh, but it did it too late.
Oh, yeah, that's not.
That was a nice setup, but if we did it a bit too late,
it's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. We didn't get caught. We didn't use the wrong arm or wave at the sniper, but it's just unfortunate that we did it a tad too late. If we were a slower character, for example, white dress or orange dress, that would have worked either way. But since we're playing a bit of a faster character, interesting. A lot of going briefcases, which something I tended to, I guess I personally tended to avoid earlier on, but this time they feel comfortable, and it is a mission site, and we grab one fingerprint.
Yep, and has some good flirt progress already as well, which is helpful on a big map like this.
Oh, we don't hit that green. It's 91, but any flirt will do, and we have 3 minutes to find that last flirt.
Yeah, that's plenty of time.
Yeah, but this conversation no longer has any use of us, so I wonder if Chibi's gonna thinking, okay, he decides to leave.
Ooh, a little last minute decision to go to this bookshelf.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, there's a fingerprint here, and it's a difficult print that Chibi hits.
Wow.
And yeah, because teal was before. Here's a white transfer, completely off screen because we're watching the other side of the venue.
Yeah.
And again, completely clean.
Yeah, it feels like Jason's sniper style, at least on this venue, is to spend a lot of time focusing on kind of the statues and ignoring everything else.
Yeah, if you think that your opponent is going to go statues a lot of the games, especially if you don't feel confident tracking all 8 missions at the same time initially, because that tends to happen. You start thinking, okay, I don't think I have the mental capacity yet or experience to be fully tracking 8 mission sites more or less at every single moment. So might as well, maybe he's thinking, okay, I have to focus on a couple of them that my opponent is going to do. As a green transfer this time, we were on screen, but the sniper laser again was in motion.
Yeah,
it's hard to focus on.
That is one of the things you got to learn as sniper, is just to slow down a little bit, because the more you move, the less you see, which is sort of counterintuitive, but
I guess the more accurate statement, the more we move, the less things are in focus. As we go for a bug, an aggressive bug.
Wow, and sniper is moving again, so once again.
And again, we leave. We really want this seduction target, but he's not making it easy for us. Okay, never mind. I thought we were going to go to green bookshelves, but instead we just walk across the venue. But this conversation again has no use for us. And we're gonna have to leave again soon. Oh, it's a bit of a no talk, something that a stronger sniper would.
But technically it was Rocker's turn to talk, but she was grabbing a drink, so.
Okay, here's the flirt, finishes, and now we need a contact. Oh, the double agents. He's not going to sell in this conversation. The SDA is in it, and we're going to go for a pearl, and 30 seconds left. No, we reject.
Yeah, well, the laser was right on top of them. That would have been risky.
Yeah, the DA is not, unless the cell is into this conversation specifically. And he does! Dude, walks up to us. Green contact, 15 seconds. Let mission countdown.
Yeah, it looks like they want to
doesn't
shoot.
seem that there's a shot coming.
Yeah.
Oh, there is! It's on Queen!
Yeah, I think you're right about the banana bread being the, like, permission to shoot. That seemed to do it, but it seemed like they just picked a highlight that was in conversation with a double agent.
I guess there were quite a few highlights. So at the moment of the contacts, there was. If you look at the moment of the contact that happened, that Seek had a real contact, Queen and Red Dress. Yeah, so if you think that a spy is finishing, basically it's one of the three.
Yeah, it looked like he was looked like he was bouncing back and forth between Queen and Seek, and then just decided.
I think also what decided it for Jason Blade is that the Duke that was the last one to join, and then immediately the contact happened. That's also could be okay. He was waiting for why the contact happened so late.
Yep. All right. And anyway, with that, I get a little break now from casting because Taboshi is the internet is finally behaving for you. Yeah.
My sincere apologies for the delay.
It's all right. We all have it. You know, the good old ISP monopoly that where every choice is terrible.
So to clear in Tobo, it's 2-1 to Chibi. We're on the fourth and final game of Library, and it's Jason Blade on boots.
Yep.
Whenever you're ready, Tobo.
On the correct game. Let's get this thing underway in 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
So to clue in Tobo here, I guess the past 3 games have been all spy wins, and they all been pedal to the metal, aggressive spy plays.
Sounds like
which we all love to see. We love to see. I was gonna say I'm gonna go for a swap, but looks like Chibi is covering it. So instead, we're gonna go for a couple of wing sets early on and picking up a highlight for our troubles.
Still not exactly a slow start. A very early jump into the statues. Usually people like to wait a little bit longer than that, but it seems like that's not that kind of game right now. A huge bug attempt going opposite directions with the Ambassador, but with 2 fairly quick characters. That was very unlikely to ever happen.
Even with the slower moving characters, if both Ambassador and the Spy are slow moving characters, that bug would be very hard to hit. You would almost have to. Oh my God! The Chibi's laser is right onto the bun of our boots here character here as we pick up the fingerprint alongside the last inspect, and as per usual, the spies don't slide down. We go for a bug.
Enough this time around. It wasn't pretty. A bit of bouncing and a bit of swinging, but it wasn't seen, it looks like, as the laser was elsewhere. So a huge find from Jason, not able to hit the difficult fingerprint though. So still 1 print is where we're at. Bug done, inspect done now as well, with 34% on the flirt.
Yeah. I would say, it is, again, very aggressive. That briefcase, like any, I would say the higher divisions, which like think, okay, that was way too aggressive. but the say goes, as long as the sniper doesn't punish you for it, is it really a mistake? As we're going to go for a contact, again, 3 missions done, and we immediately leave. We have no time to sit in the conversation.
Right on camera, though, it was very visible when we stepped away there. Back in the conversation with the seduction target we go, but we have not used a lot of time here. A second white test on the flirt brings us to 68%, but 1 more flirt and 1 more print, and we are done. But we're not going to have the time, it looks like. We've got safety off onto the spy, but no shot yet. That's a white test bullet. There's no way this ends well. Yeah, there's the bullet.
Here's the bullet. The first sniper win for Chibi and the Senate General. Yeah, as I said, pedal to the metal. We don't have a lot of elaborate and to save like in the higher divisions. These players are going balls to the wall. aggressive side lane. This time, I think even before this Purloin, Chibi has figured out that, okay, this Boots character has been very aggressive, it was basically a very good tip for earlier, I would say, for newer players, is to look for someone who just seems to walk around a lot and be at mission sites, especially for the 5 of 8 venue, where the spy is kind of forced to do so. And Chibi correctly parses out, even before Purloin, that, okay, Boots is my #1 suspect, but I like the restraint that there was no shot yet. There's no contact, there was no Purloin at that time. So the spy could only have like maybe 3.5 missions tops, and waits for a confirmation and shoots correctly, and thus they're headed into another 5 of 8 venue, Veranda, up 3-1.
Veranda's a lot harder of a venue to get spy wins through on, so we'll see if the strategy changes at all, or if it's still going to be full throttle for the spies in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
You say it's a lot harder for... Oh, there's a...
Oh my god! An immediate bug attempt does not take, but it was real close.
Oh yeah, very close. We bounced off at the worst possible moment at the end there. We were hugging the ambassador for so long, but any emotions about not being aggressive on this venue, let's shatter those. I think that narrative has done and gone. I like how we had a green time at the end there after the failed bug. She's like, okay, I'm gonna make something light of it.
Getting the time back after having missed the bug. Either way, we've got 51% on the flirt. A bug coming through on the way over, just catching the sniper on rotation. That was completely unfindable.
Yeah, we were rotating on the other side of the... we're zooming into Purloin right now, but yeah, we were all the way around the other side of the venue, which, again, for me, it personally wouldn't make sense, since, again, both Toby and Ambassador were on the other side. But, again, I guess probably it's just inexperience about what we need to guard and when. And, again, no qualms about being slow.
Yeah.
We are fast.
After a bug that clean, I wouldn't have been surprised if things slowed down a little bit, but if they were able to get that red book out before really getting caught, that was pretty free as well, so that's 2 missions down, both hardtails, bug and transfer both away, and we've got half a flirt under our belt already. This is a fast game from Chibi.
Yeah, I think it really, I want to say it really deceives the name Hardtail, just how easy these spies have been doing it. We walk around the ambassador again, it was just all those things that maybe you're just going to try to bug for a second time. but here's a white test.
Flirt, so not able to get the flirt done in 2, but it's not like we need the extra time. We've still got 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to play with the early time ad.
Yeah,
the statues we go, it looks like, to start getting even more progress.
Yeah, and Jason, at least all of these... Oh, we go swap!
Oh,
it's a green swap!
God, it's a green swap. He's already got 2 hardtails done. You don't need to do this.
It's gonna be all hardtails. Screw the softtails in this 5 of 8 venue. And Hero is a swap up front. And I thought we were gonna finish up the Seduce, but instead I've been gonna go to the other side of the statue. Queen is the one picking our statue up.
Pending statue has been picked up. Here's the swap right on. Oh, I almost got blocked by the pillar on the rotation.
I don't think we noticed yet.
No, I don't think we have. It was too weird of a timing to be looking at the statue there.
Also,
we've gotten away with this.
Yeah, I think we've gotten away with this. And since Jason has been pretty consistent about highlighting for statues, Queen has been completely evaded by us. So I think we were, whilst our laser was in the middle of it all, our eyes must have wondered something else, looking at something else.
Absolutely. There's the flirt done. 1 mission to go and 1 inspect needed to finish it. I don't see us doing anything else. I think better to take a silent game here than to grab the contact. I don't think we want to prod Jason Blade into a shot right now. Never mind! He takes the contact. Mission win countdown is 5 seconds out. You can tell he's thinking about it, but just decides to go for highlights instead. And Chibi gets it done on the spy side of Veranda at the first time of asking.
Yeah, what a bold game, to say the least. Yeah, Bug was definitely bold. I think the transfer was clean based on when we picked that book up and the fact that Sniper Slazer was focusing on thing or something else. And we simply missed Queens at statue there. So the swap was never also noticed. And I was gonna say that maybe a silent game would have been better, since a lot of the times, especially in this set already, when you hear a contact, it's almost an invitation for the sniper to shoot if it thinks it happens late enough. And but this time, Jason decides that I don't think anyone has completed missions. Just highlights the conversation with the real people who had contact, who's only on conversation. But unfortunately for him, Chibi had already in the mission countdown.
Yeah, it can also be, I would say, powerful to not finish inspect. Like to go only do 2 inspects, and the sniper is waiting for you to finish. And then you don't. And
that's also true.
Yeah.
Either way, 1-4, the current scoreline in Chibi's favor, and Chibi is in the favored position here, sniper side on Veranda. Although, as you say, the spies have been cleaning up. Let's see if Jason can get back on the horse after missing out on the spy win last time. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Getting back on the horse, Sal, would be hard with as gentleman, as girthy as Taft here, as we go for a white swap.
Instant white swap, pretty much, opening the game. Doesn't even take an inspect from it, just takes the swap and gets out.
I think that's correct. That's a very correct play, I think. Because the sniper laser was all the way on the other side of the venue. Yeah. I don't think we were even registered at the statue there. And we just got away from there. The sniper was never actually seen, or I guess noticed that we were at statues. Here's contact, a very early contact this time around.
Banana Split gets away from it and into statues before the sniper catches him in conversation. Doesn't do any low lighting for the split, but he's got a ton of progress already. Swap done, contact done, half a flirt, and now another statue visit for a single inspect as well. Back in the conversation we go with both the seduction target.
That's a 2 flirt.
We get to 2 flirt on. Another close green flirt finishes up yet another mission. There's 2 to go. One of which is probably going to be this inspect, which he's going to immediately. This is a full-on rush at this point.
Yeah, OP Rights would be proud. 4 missions done in less than 1.5 minutes. So they only have 3 minutes to find the last mission. That's loads of time. But judging how these players have happened, this might happen in, I was gonna say 5 seconds, but the ambassador is in the very isolated. I don't think he's gonna go for a bug. No, we don't.
Oh, we do! A weird bounce takes him into a perfect position to take the bug, and he gets it on the way out of conversation. Chibi can't find it. What an ending!
I was gonna say no way we bugged there, because the ambassador's completely exposed. But all of our attention was at Purloin. At the moment of the bug, we were zooming in onto the list and just completely. I guess you're not thinking that someone would be bugging ambassador who's completely isolated from everyone, but this bug is actually pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a terrible bug as well. From the spy side, might have been look messy and awkward, but from the sniper side, it is it was quite good. And you're not ready to shoot at that time.
That was possibly the single most opportunistic bug I've ever seen in my life, and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Probably completely unnecessary, but I loved it anyways.
Maybe not necessary, but definitely style points earned. Yeah. And we're back for another round of Veranda since this is a doubled venue.
So Jason Blade did absolutely get back on the horse after missing the one spy win, and now is just down by 2, 1 break away from evening this back up. Let's see if he can hold serve from the sniper side of Veranda. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Okay.
Man,
we're going straight to books again.
I'm so sad I missed the first 3 games. This has been glorious.
Yeah, we're pedal to the metal, no stopping.
I think he's gonna get away from this without being seen. He gets away from it without being seen at the bookcase. Snipers just keep getting caught on rotation.
Yeah, and also, this is something also you just have to learn and you just have to do with practice. Just knowing what to look and when, at what times. It's just a skill that you have to. There's no easy way to know. You just have to learn through practice. And in this set, the spies have been abusing the fact that these snipers have yet to be that experienced and competitive scene and knowing what time to be, what times you need to be guarding what mission sites.
30% on a fairly early flirt, and finally Chibi slows down a bit. In conversation with the double agent, but taking their time while they're here, does eventually take the contact and step away. I expect to see this book go right back down in green because Jason Blade has no idea where it came from.
Yeah, I saw Chibi actually looking for the laser before he ripping out the book, and just like looking, okay, there's no laser onto my side, so there's no way that he was gonna know which book it is, and even waiting out, not immediately dumping it, putting out on the correct out the cycle as well. So yeah, I think this is completely clean.
Yeah, I think so too. 1 contact done, 1 transfer done, a bug attempt as the ambassador drops in. But again, these opposite direction walking situations are just basically impossible to hit, even with a character as slow as Pearls.
Yeah, unless we bump the ambassador to basically make him stay in one relative place.
And
it's
he did,
hard.
To be fair. He did get that bump. It didn't line up in such a way that the bug actually took.
Yeah, but in this conversation I guess we're eyeing out, okay, we're looking for the ambassador. We really want this bug. I think every time the ambassador walks by us, it's just like a red flag to a bull. We must do a mission. We must bug the ambassador.
Yeah, you can see the camera tracking the ambassador everywhere they go, especially when they're nearby. Does get a timeout at the front window to add 45 seconds to the clock on a green test. So that is will quite possibly screw Jason Blade up a little bit if he sees it late, or might just got away with it clean. A fingerprint at the front statue lets us through half the print mission and gives us 1 inspect as well.
Are we gonna go for it again? This
I thought.
I was gonna think about the same thing. Are we gonna try to? It seems that we're gonna restrain ourselves a little bit at least.
Getting a good look at the mission sites, trying to figure out where to go next. The seduction target is indisposed. The ambassador's nowhere nearby. I thought maybe now is the time to go out to the statues to get our second set of inspects, but it looks like Chibi is heading all the way back out to green side.
I think he wants to get the second flirt in, and we're gonna try to go for a.
I thought so too. I think he's finally learned his lesson that it's probably not worth taking these opposite direction walking bug attempts.
If I were gonna go for a seduction target, get our second flirt in.
It's true.
But yeah, minute 20 left, and whilst we have a lot of partial progress, the two flirts needed are the biggest pain point, I would say. Here's a white test that brings up to 64. We're still gonna need a green.
Yeah, it's not good. I probably would have landed in the same pad as the seduction target, so we weren't obliged to pick up the statue in this particular case, because we couldn't get the finish with this. But he does wind up going to the statue to pick it up. 64% is where we stand on the flirt. This is actually looking like a difficult situation on the clock, even with the time ad.
Yeah.
And this is an innocent conversation. We can't afford to be here.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go for a purloin here. The Toby's coming right for us.
We absolutely are, I think. Here it is. It
is a white purloin.
Unfortunately, the camera, look at where the sniper is. He's nowhere near.
Yeah, we're getting swapped from C.
On the way through conversation, walks directly through the center. I think this is going to be a time ad at the far window here. And still, Jason Blade on the complete other end of the venue. The shot comes off right as the time gets added. If he had waited another moment, that would have been completely off the table. But the shot comes off at the exact wrong time. And Chibi continues to extend the lead.
Yeah, I guess that the C beforehand was he also was at statue beforehand. I want to try to see where he put a couple of highlights, and he's thinking at where's the highlight from Seek here? Oh, Seek was a highlight because he was one of the few people who had real as well. And if you think that's one of the people who has real has just finished inspects there. It is not an unreasonable shot here, since you're thinking, okay, I might have missed a bug or I might have missed a fingerprint as well. It's just, unfortunately, again, a very unfortunate time before Jason. If he had just waited a second longer to shoot, he would have noticed the white time mat, and just going from overtime beeps to right back to normal clock, it would have rung alarm bells for the sniper. But unfortunately, just not the right time, and not the right time for Jason, the perfect time for Chibi as they go up 5-2.
Yep, 5-2 the current scoreline. One more game of Veranda. We've got Jason Blade on the spy side once again versus Chibi's sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
We're gonna go for a swap again.
But this time we have drink in hand early, so I think Chibi has had plenty of time to have a look at this statue.
We're looking.
Zooms in on it, so no way to get the swap by. It's just going to be a pair of inspects early on and moving on.
Oh, that's a free cycle.
Yeah, that waited a very long time to take the first inspect. I'm not sure what happened there.
Here's the bug.
Bug on the way through. Very busy through that front conversation. I think he might have gotten a glimpse of it if he was really looking closely, but I don't think he saw anything. So that's a fairly free bug, and pretty much perfect distance on the green test on the first flirt for 49%.
And we don't stop and idle this conversation. We immediately go and finish inspects here.
So this is going to be inspects done. I don't expect to see us swap this. We swap it anyways. It is a green test, but a very dangerous one.
Yeah, but again, those green swaps are especially brutal because you have to be watching for the fade. Let's see who gets called in.
I mean, as long as you know
no one has done that,
reasonably early, you can just
no one has been called yet.
Happy.
Yeah, no one has been called to the statue yet.
Yeah, it's a long delay. We've got safeties off on Jason already. The briefcase return does come off. There's the statue has been picked up. There's the swap as Jason Blade heads to the other side to finish the print on the front statue. All we need now is the one flirt. Chibi has to figure this out really fast, and he does figure it out in time. We've got safety off. He doesn't take the shot, though. This is the last flirt possibly, but he can't hit the green test. It's 83%. Chibi has to take this shot.
Yeah,
He's
but
had safety
again,
off on Jason Blade twice.
I think as Jason, we cannot contact here. That would be confirmation for Chibi. We have to try to finish this flirt. Yeah, we just have to flirt this.
He's got 2 minutes to do it. He can spend as much time as he needs. It sucks that the second target bailed on us here, but we've got time to work with. He took the contact! He did not need to take the contact. He had that game in his hand. That was the excuse Chibi was waiting for. The shot comes off, and Jason Blade gives one away.
Yeah, we contact and split immediately. But again, if we just been patient, try to get a flirt here, I don't imagine, even if Chibi is suspicious, I think he had basically the contact was confirmation that he had to shoot Jason there. And even with a really aggressive flirt, I don't think that Chibi would have done it potentially, or at least it would have been a way less of a likelihood. But the contact signals that the spy is somewhere in the conversation circle, and there's only so few people that have a real contact, and us being the primary suspect, the only highlight who has a real gets the contact done. And unfortunately for Jason, a bit of an experience here again, just needed to be slightly more patient, and he probably would have had that spy win, even with all those safety offs on him.
So this may just be confirmation bias from having seen everything from a spectator's perspective there. But that kind of looked to me like he lost track of his own mission count as spy.
That could have happened. That could be but that could also be the thinking, I might as well try to finish contact and just put a mission 1 cooldown as fast as possible to make it a harder shot. Yeah, that also could be the thinking.
On to Courtyard we go. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this puts Chibi with 4 match points.
Yes, it is 4 match points for Chibi.
2-6 the scoreline. Jason Blade needs to win out from here, starting on the sniper side of Courtyard. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Immediately into
here's the flirts.
51% on the early flirt is exactly the start you're looking for.
I've been conditioned by the set to always look for a bug whenever ambassadors anywhere near the spy. And the time that and also for newer players, what I found interesting is they've been going for briefcases far more often. As we grab another one, it is a print here.
Yeah.
I thought we're gonna try to go for a bug here, but we just casually walk away.
And that is an earlier print than most spies will take for a briefcase. So it's very easy for that kind of thing to go unnoticed for a sniper when they have so much other stuff to look at right early doors like that. Either way, we step back into conversation for the next flirt. This one, a white test, to bring us up to 85%. It's fast progress from Chibi, but nothing spectacular yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Courtyard is a bit harder to be as aggressive as, for example, even on Veranda, since.
Oh, what is this? What is this?
Yeah, what happened?
What's occurring for some reason? Just purely behavioral, I think. Maybe there was like a hallucinated swap or something, because that's most of the party gone. I think it has to be a swap, right?
Surely, because the highlights are for statues. I don't see anything else that could have prompted it. Yeah, it must have been a phantom swap.
That is devastating for Jason Blade. Chibi very clearly trying to line up a bug here. Unbeknownst to them, doesn't need to be nearly as sly about it as they think they do. Contact comes off, a green test Purloin. If this Purloin comes off relatively quickly with only lowlights in the chain, that is going to be the thing that tips Jason Blade off that something has gone terribly wrong. There's the flirt done. Now all Chibi needs to do is get into this statue and get the inspects done or find another prince somewhere. Unfortunately, the reject chain on this list is still going. The one thing that could have saved Jason Blade is just not happening.
Yeah, I think we really want... Oh, here's the take.
I don't think a highlight was ever offered. They are now, but it's too late.
Yeah, but the list is already taken.
Yeah. I at this point, I don't know if there's a way for Jason Blade back into this one. I think that massive reject chain is just too easy to assume you've missed something. The shot comes off. It was not one of the lowlights, and Chibi comes away with the victory.
Yeah, I want to see. Is there? Yeah, when the queen picks it up, that's when we. I think that I see the queen picks it up, and after queen picks up the statue, we just lowlight everyone who wasn't basically a statue goer.
Yeah.
I think I think that's just a phantom swap, and misremembering it, or just thinking okay, or just like okay, something is up, and unfortunately, even and just saying that okay, Queen is probably being the most suspicious of these all lights, and yeah, an unfortunate misplay here for Jason Blade, and with that, Chibi takes the first win of their competitive career. Since this is their first week in Challenger, both these players joined in with the round 3, and had their first matches as a loss.
Yeah.
All right, now